Hey everyone, this is the Trader Investor. Let's start off this morning by going over our action plan for the broader market, and I'll come back and do another video on AMC, our meme stock of the month. There are a few more, but AMC is the biggest one for now, our biggest kahuna. But overall market is our first video, and let's start with the SPYs. The SPYs are opening up way down here. It looks like they're having a gap down day. And where does that gap down day right now align to? It aligns to lows that were made last week. I think last week's low is this value here, and this was Tuesday, Wednesday low. So we're teetering around this area. My expectation for today is, if we do not reverse, my expectation is we're going to fill this imbalance at least halfway, if not all the way. Does that give us a dollar move when we get an entry opportunity? Yet to be seen. From here to here is about $1.40. Where are we going to get our opportunity to enter is something that I don't know yet, right? So what I want to do is, if we open here and we form the 15-minute range like this, this is going to be a beautiful opportunity, because what I want to do is I want to make sure that last week's lows are negotiated, price reverses and retests the low of the 15-minute range, preferably where it's at right now. Then I have this $1.40 that I can target. This is going to be my plan for SPY if it goes there. And once I hit that target, I can go for target 2 as my second target, right? I can really go for it because it's giving me this setup. Headwinds are going to be this 15-minute range low of not last week, the previous week's Friday. So that's the first headwind, which aligns with last week's low. Therefore, once those two very close together are negotiated, get a reverse bounce, boom, very beautiful entry. My first stop is the mid of this imbalance. Because of that, I am not comfortable to just blindly enter at the break of this. I want to see a retest. If the 15-minute range happens to come down here, I don't have this dollar entry. Therefore, I want this to break, retest, and then go for it. So that's what I want to do. So I want to at least get that dollar move to the bottom of this imbalance. And from the bottom of this imbalance, I can target the lows of not last Friday, but the previous Friday. So I can target these lows for 1440 area. So it's a possibility. So that's what I'm going to look at for our SPY trades. Now, to the upside, I have a problem to the upside. Where is my problem? Wherever we open, even from here. First headwind, second headwind, third headwind, which aligns to these lows. Those will be my headwinds, and then fourth headwind here. So these are 4 headwinds that, just like Tuesday, it went through, sliced through, and I missed that. I'm okay with that because it fits my criteria. My criteria says no dollar, potential move, no entry. So you can cut down to 25 to 50 cents move, no 25, 50 cents move, and do a delta 50, and your first exit would be at a 25 cents per contract gain, if that works for you. But I just don't find a 50 cents move enough for me. I like this dollar move, because then it can turn at 50 cents and I'm at least capturing that 25 cents per contract on delta 50s. So that's my goal. If it doesn't have that dollar move, then halfway turn is not interesting for me. That's how I'm looking at it. So SPY, to the downside, more potential than the upside. that upside, I need to see a lot of things cleared. Moving on to the Qs are opening down here as well, gap down, very big gap down. One thing you can attempt, and I will do this sometimes, is from the close of today to wherever price opens, I do a fib retracement, and if price reaches a negative 27.8% retracement, or anywhere beyond that to the 61.8% retracement, I might look for a break of structure in the 15 minutes. Break of structure meaning it just went down and then it forms a higher low. I will enter to fill this gap to at least a 50%, not completely, but to at least a 50%. I might do that if I see a nice break of structure, and if I see the market is having a good look how beautifully it aligns. If I see a market is having a good support at this level, 61.8 or even the 27.8, look how closely it aligns to the 15-minute range of last week Monday. So if I get this and I get this break of structure, I'm definitely going to target a 50 cents move, 50 cents per contract move in the options, but my dollar move, but I'll have multiple targets depending on where we start, right? Depending on where we start, I'll have multiple targets. If we are able to only reach to this level and this is where our entry starts, do I have 50 cents potential in my contract? Meaning, do I have a dollar move? Absolutely. There's a $1.40 to the 50% retracement, and at that I'll be monitoring this very, very tightly after that $1.40 move, because it could have a hard time getting through the 61.8, the 70% or the 78.6% targets. It could have a hard time penetrating through those. So what I will do is I'll really closely monitor the trade as it goes up and have my second target near these values and then continue its way up. So that's one way that I am setting up and looking at it. But for now, what I'm seeing is to the downside. So to the downside, let's make sure we are clearing this. Let's make sure we are clearing this. And once we clear both of these, then the lows of last week would be our target. Do I have a dollar move from somewhere here to here, right? I can eyeball it. Just wanted to show you and measure it. I have this $2.30 move. Now, am I going to get this kind of entry? Meaning price will come, test these two boundaries, give me a short pullback and an entry. Boom, I have target 1, target 2 locked and ready to go, and we shall see what happens. And then here we can have a reverse, so we can have a beautiful day where we enter 2 positions and we get target 1, target 2 for both positions. That could be one of those days, and easily have a $1,000 day for 10 contracts easily. So let's see what happens. Let's take a look at these, and if we hit both target 1, target 2, we're exiting target 1 at 50 cents per contract. Therefore, that's half of our position. So that's, again, it could be a 1,500 day if we're able to get a good solid exit at target 2, a good reversal signal for target 1 and target 2. That could be a beautiful day. So let's see how the market's set up for us. Now, looking at IWM is quite interesting. I have an entry long swing position because we are in this accumulation phase. And what price is doing right now, I don't like what it's doing, but what price is doing is we broke out of the accumulation, we retested the accumulation once, we retested it here, and so this is where I went long for my swing position, and now price is back down here. If price keeps going down, I'm stopped out of my position because my stop is here. This tells me I was wrong and I am stopped out. This yellow line that you see here is the UTAD top that I marked. So could this be a true distribution and we're not able to get through UTAD? That's why I'm marking them both, right? Terminal shakeout, up thrust after distribution. So both of these, the way they play out is if this is UTAD, then price is definitely going to continue to go down and collapse, and it is just retesting that. If this is terminal shakeout, then price is going to continue to drive up, and this is just a retest of E3. This is just giving us multiple chances for an E3 entry. And if we quickly look at the hourly chart on this, again we can see it, price broke out. Even if you consider the true breakout is this bar, the 7:30 a.m. Pacific time bar on Tuesday, if that's what you consider the true breakout, then you want to see a retest. So yesterday gave you that retest, and today is coming back to that retest zone. And if we look at the daily is playing around again. I mean, you can clearly see we closed above, we had a retest, and now that retest is coming back to retest it a second time. If my expectation is for IWM to continue to drive up from here. That's my long-term expectation based on this being an accumulation, not a distribution. Yet to be seen. Let's see what the markets have in mind. Sometimes I will get stopped out. I'm not going to move my stop, but they could do this, right? Come test this imbalance and reverse. If that happens, I get stopped out and it gives me another entry opportunity at a better price. Small loss here, but much bigger gain because I'll take my exit same spot as I have planned, right? This order block is my exit target by monitoring the UTAD highs. I'm going to monitor these closely, but that's my target. So if I get stopped out, I get another beautiful entry, same target, much greater reward. This is how I'm looking at IWM for now. Diamonds, let's start with our 15 minutes chart as usual. Gap down, significant gap down, and that gap down is starting to even get past. If I zoom a little bit, we can see here clearly it is past the 15-minute range low of Thursday. It is now starting to go to these lows of Thursday and the 15-minute range high of Wednesday. So we have all of these to play with. So what I want is price to come and test all of these and rebound to give me an entry to target these lows here of last week. So for me to target this, it has to give me a significant move. Now diamonds, I'm not too excited about the way they're setting up, so I'll probably skip diamonds because I have good opportunity with Qs that I have shared with you, both to the downside and to the upside. I have a good opportunity with SPY, both to the downside and to the upside, because if I get that 61.8 or 27.8% retracement and break of structure, I can target some more retracement to the 50%, which is going to be beautiful, right? So when just to be clear, it's a negative 27.8 and the negative 61.8% I want to clear before I come back to the 50%, the positive, and the positive 61.8% retracement. So I do have some opportunities there. So let us see what the markets give us. We are prepared another 17 minutes or so and the markets will open. And I'll see you in the next video on AMC for this morning, and then another video later on in the afternoon to see how the markets did. All right, everyone, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.